Uh, yeah. So, good morning, one and all present here. It's my honor to introduce our distinguished chief guest, Dr. C. RENUGADEVI, an accomplished scholar and visionary in special education. She serves as an assistant professor in the Department of Education, Mother Teresa Women's University, Kodaikanal. She has hold multiple postgraduate degrees, including MCOM, MEd in special education, and MSc in applied psychology, along with PhD in special education and specialized in intellectual disability. She has qualified for NET in education, NET in commerce, NET in psychology, and has an impressive in 13 years of experience in teaching and research. Her contribution to intellectual disability, autism, and spectrum disorders and inclusive education are significant with multiple publications in UGC listed journal and active roles in organizing a national and international conference. And she has also coordinated impactful projects such as ICSSR funded study on mental health management for adolescents and girls with intellectual disability. And award-winning academic Dr. Renuka Devi's effort and extend beyond education and empowering individuals with special needs and advocating for inclusivity. Ladies and gentlemen, please join in a warmly welcome to Dr. C. Renuka Devi. Now I hand over the session to Dr. C. Renuka Devi.
Thank you, Rajkumar sir, for your nice introduction. Thank you so much for being part of your program, which serves to a lot of people who aspire to qualify for UGC NET. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Can I share my slides and straight away go with the presentation?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Fine, thank you, sir. Sir, slide is shared now, sir?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible, ma'am.
Okay. So now, okay, sorry. So now, Unit 1, that is teaching aptitude. I know that you have been exposed to this topic earlier. I have tried to the most not to repeat the same thing which has been discussed in your previous session. And if you feel that it has been repeated, take it as a revision, and we will go with our things. Here, I have highlighted only the topics which are really very important. Like we used to take notes, is it not, for preparing an examination? So like that only I have prepared my slides related to the topics which comes under teaching aptitude, followed by practice questions. Hope you all will have great knowledge sharing in this session. So first we will go with yeah. So first we will go with the basic aspects of education. That is, the education mainly, it lies in these three things. That is why, how, and what. The why part is dealt by philosophy, how by psychology, and what by the societal needs. So that is what education is meant for in broad terms. So education focuses upon philosophy, psychology, and the societal needs. This we should have in mind when attempting to the questions. So education caters to these two things, and basically education is the foundation of philosophy and psychology. Okay, so here, as far as education is concerned, I'm not covering the definition or meaning of education and teaching and all. Hope it has been covered in your previous session, and also you all will be familiar with those things. So here, the key points which we have to keep in mind while preparing for the examination from the perspective of the basic element is the philosophical part, like our syllabus. It speaks about the philosophies like idealism, naturalism, pragmatism, and all those things which has been listed here. And what does that perspective meant for? Like, what does idealism means? What does it tries to inculcate? And who are the major proponents of this philosophy? That if you are all familiar with, definitely you will be able to answer the questions related to it. Don't think like questions will only come from the recent topics. It will also cover these things also. So here idealism, it speaks about mind and spiritualism, and that is propounded by Froebel, Swami Dayanand, Vivekananda, and Sri Aurobindo. Naturalism, it focuses upon the natural way of learning, and it mainly focuses upon like nature only plays key role, and it nurtures the mind to learn, and it is propounded by Tagore, Rousseau, and Herbert. And pragmatism, it actually relies upon the facts that exist in the world, and it suggests that experiential learning will give fixed ideas, propounded by John Dewey and Kilpatrick. And constructivism is the recent thing which focuses upon the active processing of information. So here constructivism propounds that learners actively construct knowledge by experience, and also they themselves construct knowledge based on their past experience and the present thing. And that is what is propounded by Piaget and Brunner. And humanism, it focuses upon the self-actualization, and the chief proponent is Maslow, and you all will be familiar with the Maslow's theory. And it advocates cooperation, mutual tolerance, and social understanding, which is very much relevant to education. And rationalism, it focuses upon the reason rather than religious belief or the emotional response of an individual. And that is what is propounded by Plato, Aristotle, Descartes, etc. And empiricists, they focuses upon the sensory experience. They say that sensory things like all our five senses and other senses, they act as the source of the knowledge. Why? Because they act as the door for gaining the knowledge we receive through senses. So they rely upon the sensory experience, and that's what is propounded by David Hume and Russell. And existentialism, it focuses upon the existence of an individual in the environment. So here they focus upon freedom of choice and responsibility of one's act. So if I perform a particular activity, if that goes good, that is well and good. All the responsibility goes upon me. Similarly with the negative aspects also. So existentialism, it focuses upon the individual existence based on the environment. And this is propounded by Kierkegaard and Jean-Paul Sartre. And behaviorism, it is a conditioned behavior. Being educationists and being education students, we all are familiar with the behaviorism pattern of learning. And here behaviorism insists upon that individuals learn through their interaction with the environment. And these are all propounded by Pavlov, Watson, Thorndike, and Skinner. And Gestalt psychology, it perceives human or a particular component as a whole rather than individual parts. So here it stresses upon like complex learning occurs through insight rather than lengthy practice. And eclectic, as the name suggests, it is the fusion of knowledge from all all the above discussed philosophy is focused in the eclectic form of philosophy. So this will help you to have a basic idea about which philosophy focuses upon which thing and who are the main proponents of it. So having this as a note, you have n number of materials like UGC notes and the textbooks and all available in the market, and also the previous year question papers. So based on that, so you will have this as a key, and based on this you can refer to the materials if you have need to have a very deep understanding regarding this philosophical perspectives. And then here the next thing regarding the basic element of education is the concepts of education. Here, in the concepts of education, Mahatma Gandhi propounded basic education, and Rabindranath propounded nature and from nature education, and Sri Aurobindo propounded integral education, and Dr. Radhakrishnan propounded spiritual aspects of Indian philosophy. So here, when we link between the philosophy and the concept of education, one or in other way, all these concepts will be related to the philosophy which we have discussed previously. So that's why I have put both the things in the same slide to have a better understanding about the concept. So, and J. Krishnamurti propounded transformation of human mind. And John Dewey, he propounded experiential learning. And Madam Maria Mandiseri propounded self-education through individual development. And Froebel propounded kindergarten, which focuses upon the self-activity that aims for creativity and social cooperation right from very young age, which will act as a basic foundation for an individual in the process of development. And Rousseau propounded that no formal learning is required for an individual. Nature is the best teacher, and nature will teach an individual through experience and through its thing how to act, and the mind will act accordingly. This is what is propounded by the famous proponents related to education, and these are the concepts of basic education that we can gain from these proponents. And followed by this, we will have a practice question on this. Hope you all are ready.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you please show me the last slide?
Previous slide?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Yes, madam. Any doubt in this?
Yes, ma'am. Rousseau, it's a non-formal education, madam.
Yes, ma'am. I have mentioned only that. No formal learning.
It's a no formal or non-formal?
Ma'am, actually no formal. In non-formal, actually we will learn without any boundaries, no ma'am.
Yes,
both
madam.
Are one and both are one and same, na?
Okay, madam.
Clear, ma'am, or
Clear, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, you have confused with the terminologies.
Yes, madam.
Okay, fine, ma'am. Thank you. So, shall we go with the practice question on this topic?
Sure, madam.
You all ready? So, here, most of the practice questions I have taken from previous year question papers only. Have a try on this. So, here, we have discussed about various proponents. So try with this question. Which of the following was not the aim of craft-based education recommended by Mahatma Gandhi? You all know Mahatma Gandhi promoted basic education. So among the four options, which option would be the correct one?
Fourth one, ma'am.
Fourth one, okay. Any other options? Any other answers?
Third one. Third one.
Third one, okay.
मैम फर्स्ट होगा 1-1
1-1. Okay.
Ma'am, it's number 1, meeting the expenses of the teachers' salaries.
Okay. So no other answer?
Fourth one, ma'am.
Okay, fourth one. So two have gone with 4. One have opted 1 and one have opted for number 3. Is it not? Okay, fine. But you all 3 have missed out. The correct option is creation of specialized class of craftsmen. Okay, why? Any idea?
In the question itself, not the
aim of craft-based education. Yes, madam, here in questions, you have to look for keywords. Okay? Yes, not the aim of craft-based education. So, Mahatma Gandhi propounded for craft-based education. So, he proposes for dignity of labor. Okay? He proposes that we have to minimize movement of youth from rural area to cities in search of job. So they have to rely upon the the basic formal or the things in the rural areas. They should never skip. Is it not? And here meeting the expenses of teachers salary, it comes under dignity of labor. Is it not? We will avail all the services of teachers, and if they are not paid, then how they will run their household? Is it not? Meeting the minimum expense. So here, creation of specialized class of craftsmen is not propounded by Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi, he proposed for basic education, and basic education should aim for their localized thing of education, and localized thing of education, it should provide them with dignity of labor, and they should they should get benefit out of the localized employment opportunities, and out of that they should also gain salary from that. So he never propounded or he never proclaimed for creation of specialized class of craftsmen, right? So just simply if we look upon the question, we will just think like meeting the expenses of teacher's salary. That only will come to our mind. So while answering the question, please do remember the key word and the philosophy, like what Mahatma Gandhi has said. So please have all those things before trying to answer a question, right? So this you will learn out of your practice by attending mock tests or through practicing previous year question papers, right? So the next question. This is based on the recent thing. Which of the following has recommended that an independent regulatory authority for higher education should replace all these statutory bodies?
I think Kotari education.
Kotari, okay. Any other answer? See, give a try, even if it is wrong, nothing is.
Yashpal committee, ma'am.
Yashpal committee, fine.
Ma'am, third one, National Policy on Education.
Education. Okay, fine.
NP
Any other?
1986, ma'am. Yashpal is for school only. Yashpal committee.
Okay.
NP 1986, ma'am.
NP 1986. Okay.
Ma'am, it's number 3, National Policy on Education, 1986.
Okay. Any other option? Right. The correct answer is National Knowledge Commission. National Knowledge Commission. So, yes, I should appreciate all of you. Why? Because you have done a very deep learning. Like you talk about like Yashpal committee, it speaks about school education and National Policy on Education, 1986 only. Like, yes, you have done an extensive learning, but here, see, now you have to consider like which year NCT has established, AICT has established, UGC, and all those things, and the committees and the years. I mean, committee or the policies or the commission or which year is that has been enacted or that has come into force and all those things. So, and this is an outcome of NEP 2020. So very recently only we have been discussing about all these things. Okay. So please do consider all these things while attempting to answer. See, while answering a question, yes, there will be a right answer. First, you learn to rule out the wrong options. Then definitely you will end up with right. Even though you know the correct answer, you try to rule out the other options that is being given there. So that will help you to choose your right answer. In that way, it will help you to go for the right option. But here you have to consider the time also. Why? Because we have to focus on that also to complete all the questions. Okay, fine. So this is the first thing, the basics of education and the basic elements of education. The first one, it dealt with the first practice question, it dealt with the old thing, like we used to say, like old form of philosophy and all those things. And this is the recent thing. So you may get question. Yes, we are going to get only 5 questions, but we may get from anywhere in our syllabus, right? Okay. So the next topic will be the forms of education. That is formal, informal, and non-formal. This you all would have been very familiar with. Why? Because I know like even the teacher community is also participating in this program. So formal, you all know it is organized, structured hierarchically. Then it focuses upon classroom learning. We have fixed syllabus and we will get certification and degrees, and mainly imported through institutions such as schools and colleges. And informal, through experience, indirect and spontaneous, we may gain a knowledge from a speech of a good speaker, from our parents, from our neighbors, or through literary things like books, newspapers, and all those things. So if you could have a very healthy conversation with our peer group also, or with our faculty members also, we can gain all these knowledge. That comes under informal, mainly through day-to-day activities. We need not solely rely upon books or the formal things of educative things. We can gain knowledge from varied sources and not like only from this time to this time. It can happen anytime during a day. Okay. And non-formal, it is flexible and open system, and it serves to the identified group. Those who have missed out education, formal education, or those who have not fit into the criteria of age, or if they don't have time to contribute for formal learning thing. So these people will come under non-formal system of education. And this is also imported through conscious and systematic and deliberate systems. Maybe not like, yes, we do get certification and degrees from non-formal education also, but not like formal thing, like as not as the equivalent. But here mainly in formal education, mainly learning happens in an institution. But here in non-formal, it not necessarily. It's like so. The next thing is teaching. So here, as far as teaching is concerned, the effective teaching, it depends on the extent to which students comprehend their learning objectives. So each and every course will have its learning objective. So,
Ma'am,
yes.
can
Yes,
this be said informal learning or non-formal learning
which one,
right
madam?
now? Right now, like you're teaching and we are learning, right? So is this informal learning or non-formal learning?
Actually, you cannot say this is
This is formal learning.
It's a formal learning.
yes,
Yeah.
this comes in. Yes, madam. Why? Because we have a that is what, madam. We have organized, we have structured, and we have a fixed thing now from this time to this time. Is it not, madam? We
Okay.
have a faculty to facilitate. We discuss, we learn. We have a syllabus. Is it not, madam? Only thing
Yes, ma'am.
available is we don't have certification and degree directly from this class, but you get certification and degree from UGC. Is it not, ma'am? Out of
Yes,
this,
ma'am.
we have proper syllabus. So mainly this is not informal means it's totally informal, ma'am. Not like you will not intend to learn. Like a
Okay.
course of your interaction with somebody, or if you come across an article in a book or in a journal, you casually you will learn. That is informal.
Okay. Got it,
Non-formal,
ma'am.
you have skipped your thing out of something because of your age or because of your time constraint or many other thing. Or suppose now I am a commerce graduate. If I wish to learn something in science, I can do that in non-formal mode. Out of my
I'm
interest,
actually a psychology student, ma'am. So
uh,
for me, this would be non-formal, right?
you are a psychology student, but you
So,
attempt for a psychology net, madam.
yes, ma'am. I intend to do it like 3-4 years later.
Okay, no issues, ma'am. Actually, here, even if you go for psychology, this general paper is common now, ma'am. Then how come it will come under non-formal? This general paper one is common now,
Yeah, okay.
come under non-formal. Clear,
It
madam?
won't. Clear, ma'am.
So non-formal is, it should not be structured, ma'am. It should have it will have some flexibility, right?
Right.
Say for example, like say for example, all the Swayam courses which we learn. It depends upon our own choice, and like if we allot credit and all, that comes under formal. But if out of my own interest, out of my I want to develop knowledge on this, if I choose something like that, then it becomes non-formal.
I
Okay.
think whatever her stream is, it is still a formal because there is a proper schedule here, there is a proper agenda, there is a proper, what do you call, formats and everything here. So this is clearly a formal thing, irrespective of
Yes.
whatever
Hmm.
he is from.
Yes. Thank you, sir, for your adding with my point. Thank you, sir. So,
Thank you,
clear,
sir.
madam?
Thank you, ma'am.
Shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So here, effective teaching, it depends upon the extent to which students comprehend their learning objective. So each and every course will have its learning objective. Is it not so? How much uh, effort is being put in the teaching learning process to make them attain, understand, and apply the learning objectives prescribed in the course. And the next thing is like accurate measurement of students' learning. How much they have learned out of the learning objective. So the learning objective was set, how much they have achieved. So effective teaching depends on that. So actually, usually our teachers, they used to say like teaching, if you consider yourself as a good teacher, if your students score good marks, then you are a good teacher. You have reached them. You have made them to understand the concept, and you have made them to achieve. So your students' mark is the real progress of your teaching. So they used to say. So that is called effective teaching. And here, the teaching, it has a major shift from early days till date. So that is being classified as pedagogy, andragogy, and heutagogy. So here, the pedagogy is engagement. Here, the teacher engages the student with the teaching methods, with the all the teaching learning materials that is suitable for the learners, and they monitor the learning of the students. And here, even though they attend to all the students' need and they teach in the way they learn, all those things happen in the pedagogy. Here, this is teacher-centered. Here, the learning happens in a passive way, and the knowledge is given and fixed. And here, assessment is also very short. And moving from pedagogy to andragogy, here the learning has been cultivated, and here the learner becomes the center of the learning, and the learning is very flexible, and the facilitation and encouragement of learning, what happens here, learning is very active, and here learning knowledge is not given and fixed, it's created, and the assessment is continuous. And heutagogy, that is realization, self-determination, mainly focusing upon the self-learning, self-determined. Learning is autonomous. So, and here double loop learning happen, drives creativity and innovation. So I learn, I do, I identify my errors, and again I will like self-regulated learning. And here, this particular thing produces learners well prepared for the complexities of today's workplace. That is what is lacking, is it not? So really, learner learns in the formal environment, gets all the experiences like theory as well as the practical experience. But when it comes for a placement, the normal thing which we hear from our employers, they are not skilled enough to work in our place. Why they are not skilled? Because they are not well prepared for the complexities of today's workplace. So here, this pedagogy gives a way for the self-learning, particularly the autonomous learning. They learn, make mistakes, learn from their mistakes, and the learning becomes permanent. So that is how the shift in teaching is being happening. So from pedagogy, it is shifted to andragogy, and slowly we are moving towards hypnagogy, not in a full way.
Yes, ma'am. Can you please cite any one example regarding to pedagogy?
Example of pedagogy. Okay, so
Yes.
here, yeah, fine. So actually here, pedagogy in formal education, if we provide internship, whatever may be the field, right? Whatever maybe in education, we go for teaching practices and all those things. But even though we go for teaching practice and all those things, when we go for placement, all the students are not getting placed and their skills are questioned. Is it not? So here, pedagogy is like if while constructing the curriculum itself, it should be in such a way that all the theoretical aspects that are being covered in the syllabus or the curriculum has to be given equal importance for implementation in the practice. Say, for example, if an engineering student, say for example, we will take up mechanical engineering. So here, if they are theoretically taught how to repair or how to handle when the machine got repaired, they learn theoretically. But practically, if you ask them to do in a machine, they will really struggle to do that. Why? Because they have theoretical knowledge, but they have not been allotted with adequate practice to do that. First time, for everything has first time. So for the first time, they will not do it perfectly. So how we have to give opportunity for them to make mistakes and learn from mistakes. So if we allot adequate amount of internship along with the theoretical thing of what is being taught in our curriculum, this can be overcome, and now slowly we are moving towards that. We are moving towards that. Even now in Tamil Nadu, I don't like, sir, where are you from? Even now, the Tamil Nadu government, they have initiated this. They have included the internship as part of the curriculum, and all the theoretical aspects that has been taught in any subject is being supplemented with appropriate internship to facilitate the learners to get or to gain prospective employment. And also, see, like here, this autonomous learning, see here, the teacher simply observes or facilitates. Only if they need help, they assist. Not all the time going behind and spoon feed the students. So here, when the student gets an opportunity to do something, that gives way for creativity. It is not that, see, today I am presenting this particular thing. So I have undergone some learning thing and all those things I am presenting. But now,
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, for this pedagogy realization,
Hmm.
term paper or presentations, for if the students went to internship or industrial visit, they'll prepare presentations, na ma'am. Those are all comes under this pedagogic realization, na madam. As an example, can we take term paper project, whatever they are doing? Just we will assist na madam. So those can they come under this?
That comes under this only, ma'am. But it is for a and present about functioning of a machinery or something else, then that will not be proper thing, ma'am. They should have extensive exposure to that practical thing. And if you ask them to prepare, as you have said, some project or whatever it is, and if you assess that, then that will be meaningful. Otherwise, without allotting adequate time for the practical exposure, simply out of we always have time constraint in completing the portions. But if you don't allot adequate time for practice, and if you assess them, definitely you will put some marks. But will it really develop their skills? So that we have to follow, ma'am. Then only it will become real pedagogy. Yes, we do practice. That's what I said. We do practice, but not in a full-fledged way. You're slowly moving towards that. Definitely, maybe in next year or within 2 or 3 years, we will be talking about, like earlier we were discussing about this particular shift in teaching, and now we are in this teaching we may discuss. Mostly here, it focuses upon self-learning, ma'am. And as a teacher, we have to really assess they are skilled enough. Practically enough.
Okay.
Whatever
Ma'am.
they opt for. Yes. Do I make sense, ma'am?
Ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, madam.
I just wanted to ask you one thing. This heutagogy is a new concept. The students will learn by themselves, learning by doing. Maybe
Ma'am, it's
in
not
a form.
no, it's not a new concept, ma'am. Learning by doing, you yourself know, like that pillar of education when it came. So it is not a new thing, ma'am. See, philosophies come, ma'am, but when it comes for practice, it takes little time. So slowly we are entering into that, but not a new thing, not a new innovation or not. See, ma'am, it actually, all these shifts, how it happening? We have discussed about what, how, and so social needs.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Societal demands, ma'am. So it's based on the demands of the society, we move towards that, right? Yes. Shall we proceed or?
Yeah, ma'am. Proceed.
Yes.
Proceed, ma'am.
Okay. So next comes levels of teaching. So here levels of teaching, we have 3 levels. First is the memory level. The second one is understanding level. And the third one is the reflective level. And the name itself will tell you that the memory level is meant for the beginners. Actually, they will initiate whatever they learn. They will just initiate the practice. So there a lot of clarifications need to be done to the students, and they need teachers' help or a teachers' interaction. Teacher-student interaction will be much more. They begin to learn. So memory level is meant for beginners, but slowly they have to transfer to the understanding level. So that understanding level will help them to comprehend what is this, what is not that. So understanding is what is and what not. So that gives the basic idea about the subject. So that is meant for secondary level learners, and the reflective level, that is mainly student centric. And you can, I think you can relate it now with heutagogy. So that is meant for higher class learners who have basic knowledge about a concept, have a subject understanding, and they know like how to proceed with. So with this, definitely they will go for the reflecting stage. and with basic knowledge, they can show creativity or constructivism, right? So here, the objective of teaching memory level is it just imparts knowledge. And here the understanding, the objective is simply imparting knowledge to the learner in a structured and observable manner. And teaching methods are drill and practice, review and questioning. Usually we will teach, we will make them to practice, we will question them. Naturally, that will happen. And the materials used are usual TLMs, AV, models, chart, maps, etc. And evaluation mainly oral and written. And amongst oral and written, we focus mainly upon a written examination, and that evaluation also, it checks the power of memorization of the students, not the application level or the understanding level of the students. Simply it checks the evaluation level. This is memory level. And related to understanding level, the objective of understanding level is application of the principles and the generalizations which we have learned in real life situation. In real life situation. Then teaching method is lecture combined with the demonstration, then discussion method, and inductive deductive methods. And the materials, usually the same thing which has been used in the memory level along with the flashcards. Then evaluation is oral and written. Here we give scope for students to comprehend, grasp, analyze, synthesize, and discriminate. Okay. So here, like, say for example, yes, we do follow written examination here also, but like simply without asking, we may put questions in two different ways related to levels of teaching or the major shifts in teaching. See, enumerate upon the levels of teaching. Simply we can put it like that. It only check your memory level, like what you have learned about levels of teaching. You will just write, or if a question is asked orally, you will answer. But here in understanding level, a situation will be given, and you will be asked like how you will, you just understand the situation, analyze the various factors involved in. Suppose a case study is given, like say for example, A is in this particular class, is performing well or not performing well. These are the things that are happening in the classroom or such like that. Case study or some situation will be given. You have to comprehend that, analyze what are the factors that affect the learning of the child. You have to synthesize everything and you have to present. So now you can it increases the understanding level of a particular learner. So here the evaluation is like this. So here, how you can test all those things? You can test in essay type questions. Is it not? So the understanding level of evaluation, it goes like that. And in reflective level, the objective is introspective. So here it promotes a learner to solve real problem situations in life with original thinking. So here maybe at understanding level, the child, say for example, in our teaching itself, understanding level, micro teaching, reflective level, real classroom teaching. Okay, so there they have to see, we cannot predict what will happen in a classroom. I would have come with some assumption that this particular session will go like that, but it may go in different way also. How to handle, how to do with my originality. That's what I also say, like the same particular class was being handled earlier also. So where is your originality? How original you are putting it in the same content in a different way. Okay, and the direct methods or lectures, demonstration, and indirect methods are role play, project, and assignment. Okay, and all the TLMs or audiovisual materials, human interaction, print media, realia is real situations. Then electronic media and essay type questions, which checks the attitude, belief, and involvement. See, you may happen to get questions like justify or criticize in a constructive. So such type of question. So a particular situation is, will you justify that or will you criticize upon that or critically analyze that? Okay, so that reflection is being given in the reflective level of teaching. Yet another level of teaching is also there, that is development of autonomous thing. That is the next level of reflective level. Yes, any doubt? Shall we proceed with the next slide?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is your practice question. Okay. Which of the following level of teaching lays stress on critical shifting of ideas at the highest cognitive level?
3, madam, reflective level.
Yes, other options?
3, ma'am, reflective level.
Yes, other options?
Ma'am, because this is for higher cognitive level, so I think third.
Yes. Yes, this time you all are right. So, like, yes, ma'am, actually, the objective.
Highest reflective level, highest level.
Yes, the objective of practice questions in between the session is, first thing is, our mind will be very fresh. I have listened to this, so definitely I will be able to answer immediately. That is one psychological thing. And the other one is um, if you were given practice as soon as you receive the instruction or having an interaction or a discussion, then that will hold hold in your memory for a longer period of time. Okay, after this discussion, we have discussed about this and we had a practice question on this, and then definitely the answer will be this. So like this only you have to relate, ma'am, highest cognitive level, reflective level. Try to identify the key words in your question. The key words in your question. Half of your thing will be gone, ma'am. Actually, I don't regularly watch movies, but in one Tamil movie, even I don't remember that movie name and all. Maybe our friends may remember. In that particular movie, that boy will teach a girl, and that boy will tell that girl, girl or mother of that girl, I don't remember properly, but the scenario is this. But a boy will be teaching. Okay, he will say like, read the question. Answer will be there in the question itself. That is the main trick of clearing your exam, ma'am. Follow the keywords in the question. Try to find out the relativity of that keyword with the answers. Definitely you will find the answer. See, yes, through these we work. See, no one will go without preparation for NET examination. I know each and every one of you will put 100% of effort in preparing for NET examination.
That's a Ganesh movie called Sir.
Smart work. Smart work works. So follow right things, like don't have n number of books with you, n number of materials with you, and just choose right things. Pick up the key words, what to learn, what not to learn. And
Ma'am,
also,
one question.
so you will get an answer. And the reflective level is right. Appreciations to all
Ma'am,
the
what
three.
is autonomous development level?
Autonomous development level is next stage of reflective level, ma'am. We have discussed about these stages, is it not? The previous slide, like heutagogy, we have discussed, is it not?
All right, all right. Ji, ma'am.
Determined, learning autonomous, double loop learning.
Okay.
Right, ma'am? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, ma'am?
Ji, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Shall we proceed?
Ji.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, please.
So the next is, who has the least chance of becoming an effective teacher?
Ma'am, option C.
Yes.
C, ma'am.
Yes. Any other options? Any other options?
C
only,
is
ma'am.
most
Okay.
suitable, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Good. Appreciations to all of you. That's the right answer. See, even a strict and strict disciplinarian can teach, and the other two it falls. But if whatever subject knowledge or how much ever proficient a teacher is, without interest of teaching, will that class be a lively one? We have discussed so many things, is it not? This particular level of learning, this particular shift of teaching, all those things. Without interest in teaching, no one can excel, is it not? Okay, fine.
Yes.
Appreciations. Okay. Okay. This one. Which of the following statements about adult learners help an instructor while developing his andragogy?
Ma'am, option A.
Yes.
Ma'am, A, ma'am.
Yes.
Option A, ma'am.
Yes.
Option E, ma'am.
Okay.
C could be the answer, since it's being self-development to cope with the changes in lifestyle, because changes usually happens in the adulthood. So
Yes.
they have to cope up with the lifestyle. So maybe C.
Okay. Any other option?
D, madam, because here the instructor is facilitating as it is andragogy. The instructor is facilitating, giving facilitations. So D could be the answer.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
E,
madam.
E.
Guided by.
Yes, madam. E.
E could be also another answer, ma'am.
Another answer. Okay. Okay.
D or E. Yeah.
Okay. Now.
Can you show the question slide?
Yeah. No, actually, I showed this just for going through what is pedagogy, andragogy, and heutagogy. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, D. E should be the right answer, ma'am.
So many
E should-
options are very near to the answer.
Very near. Yes, yes, yes. So here the first one. Why we are rejecting us? It's self-directed and independent. Is it not?
There's no guidance from the instructor in the
The
first.
first one is not accepted according to me because it's, I think, first option is self-directed, and self-directed or self-determined is heterogogy realization.
That's what. Yes.
कैमरा नहीं खोलते हैं कैमरा खोलते हैं माइक खोलना हो तो खोल लो
Okay, and D also will not come. Why is previous life experience that
Have limited role in learning. Yes, ma'am.
the instructor or other authorities are also will not come. Why? Because andragogy we have discussed that it is learner centered. Is it not? So that also will not come. And here andragogy, it speaks with learner centered. So desire of self-development to cope with changes in lifestyle and work environment, and motivation to learn is guided by desire to enhance self-esteem, self-confidence, and recognition. So here, which will be the right option?
C.
Yes, right answer. Actually, C. Sir, you only is in confusion now between C and E.
Yes.
But when you answered first, you took the right option. Is it not? Yes, sir?
Yeah, probably. No, I have not checked, but probably C would be the right one because here, this is guided with the desire to enhance self-esteem. Everything is okay. Self-confidence, everything is okay. But in C, there is a coping with the changes. No changes happen in
The main thing I would like to add here, sir, main thing here, why C is a correct option, because desire of self-development, because it's learner-centered.
Yes.
So it's learner-centered. So the learner's self-desire to cope up with the changes in the lifestyle and the work environment.
No, here in the E also, there is a desire is there. But here, the another important point should be the coping with the changes. Because for coping the changes, there cannot be any guidance. Oh,
And there is no rules and regulations for coping with the change.
Yes, and there should may not be a guidance. So that's why C should be the right answer and the apt answer. Yes, ma'am. In both C and E, there is a desire, but here in C, specifically coping with the changes would be the right keyword to choose the answer, I suppose. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
We are using all higher order of cognitive processes.
So this is how you try. See, when you learn.
You're not audible, ma'am. Hello.
Yes.
Your voice is not audible, ma'am. Clearly.
It's feeble, ma'am.
Breaking, ma'am.
So just
breaking. Yes, ma'am.
Your voice is breaking, ma'am. Just a minute, I will check my internet connection. Okay, ma'am. Now it's okay?
No, madam.
Coming and going, ma'am. It's breaking in the middle. Sometimes it's very low, sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's breaking. It has a different variation.
It should be a problem with your mic. Please unplug and then plug it once again.
Yeah, I'll do that also.
अभी जा क्यों नहीं रहे हमारा भाई का
Now it is audible?
Yeah,
My
ma'am.
voice is clear?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine, fine, fine.
कहाँ गया? ये जरूर जाना होता है।
That's team teaching.
Is it shared?
Teaching, direct teaching.
Yes.
Group discussion,
Yes.
seminar,
Yeah.
brainstorming.
So, next,
Computer assisted learning. इसी में तो बनाना है हमको.
next is methods of instruction.
Assisted learning.
AL. So, mic, ma'am, so that
CAL. Computer assisted learning. CAL.
so that we will have a discussion in a clear way. Okay, yeah. Thank you. So the methods of instruction is we have three methods of instruction. Okay, so one is teacher-centered, that is meant for large group, and the next is mixed, which is meant for small group, and the third one is personalized or individual focused discussion, right? So here, large group, we naturally go for lectures in order to address to a class of 50 or 100 or 1,000 or whatever it may be. We generally opt for lectures, and when you go for lectures, mostly it is teacher centered. And team teaching also, even though we talk about collaborative method of teaching and all those things, even in team teaching, the same lecture happens, but with a different set of teachers, that's all. And the other one is dialogic teaching or direct teaching. Here also, this is very similar to lecture. And mainly this dialogic teaching and direct teaching, it is implemented in language classes. The teacher will be the main playing key role in handling classes, and the students will be majority of times they will be very passive, right? And here in mixed or small group teaching, you all know like discussion, group discussion, all those different types of group discussion. Seminar, actually here seminar means a small group of seminar that we actually practice in classroom. Actually, seminar we will be assigning either in group or even in individual seminar, we will have only very few students, not a very big group of students. So, and each and every, even if it is assigned in group, everyone has to participate in that, in their presentation. Is it not? All those rules and regulations we will fix up. And then, and here, when we talk about group discussion, seminar and all, please just have and a deeper understanding about the types also, like mini seminar and all those things. And then panel discussion. And then comes brainstorming. See here, brainstorming, simply, we used to say like, if we generally talk about brainstorming, we will say like, whatever comes to my mind, I will simply, it is not like that. Yes, it is your idea, but it should flow from the strategies. So what is the objective of this particular, suppose a situation will be given or a problem will be given and you will be asked to give your own solutions for that. Is it not? So then you have to clearly identify what is the core of that problem. What is the objective of my idea? Why should I give this? For what should I give? And then you have to identify the proper strategies and you have to deliberate it to your teacher or to your group of members. So then only it will be effective. It is not simply like whatever comes to my mind, I will just simply spit it out, and not like that. It should be meaningful. You have to clearly identify what for am I giving a solution and how it's going to help. So that is brainstorming. And why I am highlighting this is, when we practice this in classroom, we have to import this amongst our students. Then only if they go for higher education and all, really it will be really helpful for them to come up with very innovative and constructive ideas. And then comes project method, which you all are familiar with. Then role play, simulation of a particular scenario, and demonstration. So these are the small group methods of instructions that can be followed in a classroom. And individual tutorials based on the level or the ability of the student. So this particular student has difficulty in coping up with the regular classroom teaching, has difficulty to cope up with his own peer group. So we will have a separate tutorial which will help to remediate his issues with learning. And then assignments, programmed instruction, computer assisted learning. Naturally, computer assisted learning, in a majority of the cases, it happens on individual basis only. And then open learning and personalized system of instruction. This personalized system of instruction helps for mastery learning, and it is purely self-paced. And reflective teaching, which we have discussed previously, and differentiated instruction, which is meant for learners who have difficulty in following the regular style of teaching or regular method of teaching or whatever it is. So we have to differentiate the instruction based on the ability level of the student who has difficulty in fitting into a regular class. So these are all the individual based methodologies which are used for teaching and learning in a classroom. Yes, any doubt in this? Or shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we have a practice question here. In which teaching method learners' participation is made optimal and proactive?
Brainstorming session, ma'am. C.
Okay. Any other options? Any other option?
Brainstorming session method.
Okay.
Project method.
Okay.
Discussion method, ma'am.
Okay. Any other option? Fine. It's brainstorming session method. Appreciation to two of you have answered it correctly, I believe. So appreciations to both of you. See, why is optimal and proactive? Okay. So as one madam has pointed out, optimal and proactive. So yes, in discussion also you are proactive, but in brainstorming, You just, that's what I have insisted. You have to, your idea should flow from what and how. So for that, definitely you should have a proactive thinking. And why not project method is you are doing, but not there is creativity, there is constructivism. Yes, it is there, but it is not proactive. Not immediately you are coming out with something or like that. Is it not? So the right answer is brainstorming session method. Good. I think you are following up with the keywords and you are doing very good. Your progress is very much appreciated. You have picked up. So I'm very happy that I have at least reached you in making you to identify the keywords from the questions. Thank you so much. Shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So these are the learner characteristics, right? So here in learner characteristics, I have not go in depth in principles of learning or learning methods or learning characteristics or learning environment or individual differences. Actually, it would have been previously discussed and lots of materials are available, like principles of learning. You will start with the initial thing and you will go with the practice and you will go with the maintenance, you will go with generalizing the things. So those are the principles of learning. And learning methods we have discussed a lot, like large group method, small group method and individual method. And learner characteristics, it depends upon the age, whether they belong to adult group or adolescent group, or they are very young students, or it depends upon their motivation level. It depends upon their interest to learn, and all those things are comes under learning characteristics. And the learning environment, it includes your physical environment as well as the instructional environment created by the teacher in the class. And the individual difference in learning, that focuses upon the adult, which group you are addressing to, whether they belong to adolescent group or adult group. Definitely you will have difference in handling these two set of people. And here, very important to keep in mind as far as this net exam is concerned, steps in learning process. You would have learnt about Gagny, or you would have learnt about the other proponents of instructional design. But see, please do remember these steps in learning process. You may get questions based on this only. So don't ever skip this. So reception is gaining attention through stimuli, whatever may be the stimuli. So expectancy is informing the learner's objectives and expecting performance after learning the objectives. Okay. And retrieval to working memory is recollection of prior knowledge. Selective perception is only related to the content which we are going to deliver in the class with distinctive features. Right. And then semantic encoding, and that will be provided by the facilitator in the name of teacher or faculty or whomever it may be. Responding, what is the performance of the learner after undergoing this learning process? That is reception, retrieval, selective perception, and semantic encoding. And reinforcement is your mark or grade or whatever may be the feedback that is meant for your learning. And retrieval and reinforcement is additional performance by learners with feedback. So here you have learned the content, you have got good marks, but if you have additional performance, see, additional performance may be your MOOC course, or your internship that may not be prescribed in your curriculum, but you would have gone during your summer holidays or whatsoever it may be. Okay, and generalization. So applying all the concepts which you have learned in real life situation. So these are the steps in learning, and the process which occurs in the learning is given in the right hand side. Please do remember this while attending to a question that is based on the learner characteristics. This is how learning happens in any individual. Okay, so that's what I told you. Semantic encoding can be a teacher, or nowadays internet or whatever may be. So learning guidance, where from you have got. You can consider that as a semantic encoding. So please do remember this while answering a question based on learner characteristics. Right? Yes. So now comes the question. While presenting your ideas in a classroom, it is better to, these three are the three options. Yes.
Ma'am, D option.
Okay.
All the three options are correct.
Okay.
Yes, madam. All the three are correct.
Good. Very good. Yes, that is the correct option. So, wherever you present, not only in classroom, others will have their own view. Is it not? And our students are not homogeneous. Wherever we go, even in the class, even in class 5 or class 10 or class 12 or higher classes, they are not homogeneous. Okay, and we have to take the dissenting views also. It is not that always you should get positive feedback, and not that you should not get criticism or such other thing. Not like that. Yes, very good. So we will pass on to the next slide. And these are the factors that affect learning. Background of the learner, nature of learning material. Okay, and background of the learner may be like from different backgrounds, is it not? Depending upon previous experience, or like from a place where they have not been given proper input, or without basic foundation, or parents with education or without education, family, etc., all the demographic things, and the nature of learning material. Okay, so you all know about the learning styles, right? So if I happen to be a visual learner, and if you present with the material which is not addressing to my learning style, definitely that will not motivate my learning thing. So nature of the learning material, then environmental factors, physical structure of your class or arrangement of your class, as well as the psychological aspect of the learner, maybe due to family things or peer influence, or the teacher thing, whatever may be. And motivation, it depends upon both the intrinsic as well as the extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation, you as a teacher can give to the 100% or even 200%, but intrinsic motivation, it should come from the learner, is it not? So, and then learning support. So learning support is like in the form of teachers, parents, audio, video, and the ICT resources. So all these factors may affect learning either in positive or in negative way. You just address to the question in such a way that how it is being put. Okay. So this is
Ma'am, can you
another.
go back to the previous slide, please?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I'm writing a paper on the last point, what you mentioned here. especially
Yes.
on learning support and teaching aids in terms of audio, video, ICT. Maybe if you could share your contact number, I will reach out to you. I may need some inputs or guidance from your side.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you just email me, or do you wish to only converse with me in phone? Or else you can also
Anybody who can help me in the last point, because my topic is related to the learning support with audio visual, and also to some extent on the digital divide that is happening. So anybody, I'm fine, but as long as I can get some inputs, what has already happened and what is in the course, maybe that will help me in taking the right direction. Yeah.
Okay, sir. My number is 9
Yeah.
444
Okay.
84
Okay.
64
Okay.
54.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Shall we move on? Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am, this learning support, here you have mentioned about teachers, parents, audio, video, ICT, even friends, family members, neighbors, relatives, all will be coming under this learning support?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I have limited, but you can include definitely now. Peer influence is playing a very major role, ma'am. So you
Ma'am.
will include
Any kind of a support, learning support, it can be included in this particular topic.
And
Okay.
also, ma'am, as we are restricted ourselves to classroom learning, I have concised myself only up to this.
Okay, fine. Got it.
Yeah. Shall we move on to the next one?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah. So next is our practice question. So we have assertion and we have a reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, madam.
A, yes. Any other option?
A, ma'am.
Yes.
It's B, madam.
Okay.
Option B, ma'am.
Option B.
A, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. The right answer is option B. So 2 of you have given right answer.
What
Statement
is the
one.
right answer, ma'am?
B. Both A and assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Actually, the reason is not meeting to the full thing of assertion. So we have to go with B, right?
Yes, madam. Because learning is happening throughout the life.
Yes.
In reason, what they have given is they have insisted, like it should happen in this way only, like that. They have insisted. It should not be like that.
So it is not correct explanation. So it can happen in anything. That's what we have been discussing till now. Is it not? Okay.
Yes, madam.
So this is upon MOOCs. You all know what is massive open online learning, and these are the platforms. We will start from the left, that is platform, NPTEL, MOOCit, IETBX, SWAYAM, and based on the year of launch, it has been arranged, and the institution which offers this particular platform, that is being given in the next column, right? And these 9 organizations or the national coordinators of Swayam course. So AICTE, that is self-paced and mainly their focus is self-paced and international courses, NPTEL for engineering, UGC for non-technical PG courses, CEC for UG, and NCRT for school, and NIOS for out-of-school students, IGNOU for lifelong learning, and IIMB for management, and NETAR for teacher training, right? And we have 32 DTH channels under Swayam Prabha, which is being operated through GSAT 15 satellite. Please do remember all these things. That's why I have given in key things. And this channel is uplinked from BISAG Gandhinagar. And this particular Swayam Prabha covers topics on higher education, school education, particularly from 9th to 12th, and lifelong learning. And it also supports students of 11th and 12th to prepare for their competitive exams, right? And apart from this online thing, we have open resources, that is libraries and educational media files, e-books, etc. And these are the sources of the open resources that is being available in our country. And this is how it operates. That is what is given in the flow chart for higher education.
Madam, where do you get this list of 32 DTH channels? Is it listed somewhere?
No, I have not listed. I have not listed.
Can I get
slide,
that?
in the slide you are asking, sir?
No. Can I get that list of 32 channels somewhere? Maybe you have covered, or maybe you have not.
No, I have not covered, sir. I have not covered, sir. Simply I have mentioned. That's all.
Okay, but is
sir,
this
if
list
you just
available?
Google, if you just no, sir, if you just Google, you will get it. Yeah. And mainly it covers these topics: higher education, school education, and all those things. I have not listed.
Perfect. Thank you, madam.
The open repository or the these are the open resources that are available. IGNO's National Digital Repository, Sakshat, then CBSE for 11th and 12th students, Vidya Vahini, then ERNET, EduSat, CEC. Please do remember to have familiarity with the expansion of the terms which has been given in acronyms. Okay, and CEC, then Inflibnet, where the universities are being linked to have networking, and then EPG Pathsala. And this is how the repository thing flow for higher education as well as school education. Materials will be mobilized from all the institutes, IITs, universities, and other stakeholders for higher education, and that will be feeded in National e-Library, and through MOOCs platform, learners can access that. Similarly, for school education, as school education is being dealt with NCRT, CBSE, NIOSE, and SIETs, and all other things, they can mobilize the resources, they can feed in that, and the beneficiaries can access that through MOOCs platform, right? So please do, I know it's very difficult to remember all the 32 DTH channels, as sir has asked for. It's very difficult to remember, but you just focus upon like which channels are meant for higher education, school education, and all. If possible, try to remember that, or else you just please you focus upon the platforms and the institutions and the year of launch. Possibilities of getting questions on that and open resources is high, right? And also the national coordinators, who coordinates which course, that also, these are very easy to remember only, right? So next is our practice question. Yes.
All of the above.
Okay. Any other options?
Option A, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Fine. It's all of the above. Very good, madam. See, what is EPG Pathsala? It is repository of e-content and assessment managed by Inflibinet. So, here the question is, which of the following institutions are closely associated? So, e-Adhyanan is e-book, isn't it? So, that will come. And MOOCs platform only, we will be able to access EPG Pathsala. And it is offered in offline access also. So, definitely, it's all of the above, right? And the next, yes. Okay. So the next question is, which of the following can be termed as major challenge for MOOCs in India? Yes.
It's D, ma'am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Any other option? Okay.
A, ma'am. Option A.
Option A. Okay.
Option A, ma'am.
A.
Option B, madam.
Option B. Okay. Okay.
Option
Fine.
B, ma'am.
B,
Option?
2, 3,
What
5.
is the correct answer?
Correct answer is option D. Option D.
Oh, I'm correct.
Yes. Only one has answered rightly. Good effort. See, why is
Ma'am,
madam?
option D, option 5 is low training is given, madam. But
Yes, madam. That is what. I'm trying to clarify it. See, madam, that is what we have been discussed. We were discussing about pedagogy, andragogy, and heutagogy. Is it not? So we are entering into heutagogy. That is because of this only we are in the progress. We are just entering. See, technical infrastructure not adequate. Diversified needs. See, even yes, madam. In MOOCs courses are available. We access, but as we have a homogeneous group in our class, when it comes for open thing, their diversification is more, is it not? Then MOOCs among learners, now only we are making it compulsory. That is why they are enrolling for a course in MOOCs, and they are getting certification. Otherwise, they will not go for MOOCs at all. And investment part and training also. Training in what means is not all the learners and all the teachers are well equipped with handling the e-platforms and all those things. In that way, low training is relevant here. Low training for access, low training, even learners are not properly trained to make use of the platforms, e-platforms.
Yeah, technically handicapped. Many teachers, they are very technically
Yes.
handicapped. Even
That
in
is
the
why
simple online mode also, there are many, it's only after the COVID things have changed, but still we are using it. But still we need more of training on this particular platform.
That is what. Now, even as far as I'm concerned, I'm not very technically proficient. place here. That is the major challenge in India.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Ma'am, breaking, ma'am, your voice.
Okay, fine.
Can't hear you what you have said.
Okay. Now it's okay?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Maybe internet fluctuation, ma'am. I'm sorry. This is a very common question, ma'am, but yet we have certain confusion, is it not? That is why I just wanted to share this so that you will become familiar with the question. Based on that, the options. Yes. And this is a teacher support system. And teacher support system mainly teacher support system, it deals with the teaching learning materials which comes in for the teacher session in the class. So these are the
Ma'am, your voice
Ma'am,
your voice is break.
wait.
No, ma'am, your voice is not clear.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
your
no
voice is breaking,
voice,
not
ma'am, and
clear,
also it's glitching.
Okay.
not audible.
It, ma'am. Not clear, ma'am.
Not clear.
Now it's clear.
No, ma'am, it's too low. Oh. Just check my audio.
No, I think your audio connection is a problem. If you are using a cable headset, change it.
No, I'm not using headset. I'm directly.
Now it's better. Now it's better. Now it's better.
Oh, it's better. Okay, fine. I think it's because of internet fluctuation only. Okay. So this is the teacher support system. Okay, what is teacher support system is whatever comes to the support of teacher to handle a session in an effective way. Which whatever may be, it comes to the hand of the teacher to present an effective session in the classroom. So here we have a projected and the non-projected aids. And Edgar's Dale cone of experience, it says that 90% of learning happens out of doing. So the hierarchy is being given from right from 10%. You can see like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, and 90. 90 they learn from, they do. So that is what we have discussed in the previous thing also, like the learning outcomes. Learning outcomes which we expect from students. It happens only when they perform an activity, like when they participate in hands-on experience, skill training, internship, or collaborative lesson. Wherever their participation, wherever they actively participate, there you can find a very good learning outcome. They are able to analyze, design, create, and evaluate. That is what is given in the right hand side of the Dale score of experience. So you just see the effectiveness. So only through participation, collaboration, and real-time experience of performing, students are able to excel. So we have to follow that medium of support to teach them in the classroom. So by this, we could understand that only students are benefited much out of non-projected aids, that too mainly aids that are based on activity, that is field trip, experimentation, dramatics, teaching machines, and programmed instruction. So this is how the support mechanism helps teacher to deliver content interactively in the class, so that their learning outcomes can be enriched to the larger extent. Okay, so you please do remember or have a look into this and try to see these are the things which you have to really apply in the sense like while answering. So will it work or will it not work? So in that way, you have to just analyze and answer. So your practice question: which of the following factors affecting teaching or related to instructional facilities and learning environment? See here in this question, please try to find out or trace the answer based on the keyword. Instructional facilities and learning environment are the keywords. That clue also I have explicitly revealed. Instructional facilities.
Option 4.
Option 4.
Option 3, ma'am.
Okay. Any other options?
Option 1.
Okay.
Option 4.
Ma'am, I have
Option 2, ma'am.
very good, madam. That's what I have been highlighting the keywords. Instructional facilities. Non-availability of textbook will definitely affect, no, madam. Then proactive moves in the interactive process. That is what learning environment. You
This
have
is
to
a
be
very important point. Proactive moves in the interactive process.
interactive process. And availability of smart classes.
Yes, yes, correct. 2.
Teachers has nothing to do with instructional facilities and learning environment. Your first and fourth option, it speaks about teachers, not about the instructional facilities. Okay? Yeah. So next is the evaluation system. We have come to the fag end of our presentation. And here the evaluation system, it speaks about
Previous slide, please.
assessment and evaluation. Okay. Here we have to clearly understand the difference between measurement assessment and evaluation. So measurement is simply gathering of information. Okay. So assessment is comparing two or more sets of information. So we have information, we are comparing. That is assessment. Okay. Evaluation is combination of assessment and assigning a value to that assessment. Fine. So you have to be very clear in this distinction of measurement and assessment and evaluation. Okay. And here we have different types of evaluation, like on the basis of approach, we have quantitative and qualitative assessment, evaluation, sorry. And then based on the phase of evaluation, we have placement evaluation, formative evaluation, and summative evaluation. And the nature of the reference, we have norm referenced and criterion referenced. And purpose, why do we do that evaluation? For diagnosis, aptitude, achievement, or to test the proficiency. And grading, we have again two types, direct and indirect grading. In indirect grading, again we have absolute grading and relative grading. And based on the phase of evaluation, the phases after instruction, during instruction, and before instruction. So after instruction, you will be using summative evaluation to certify the learner. Okay. After the whole instruction is over, as we have our net examination, all your preparation is over, all your instruction, everything is over. Now you are being evaluated. One assessment is being done, and based on that evaluation, you will be given a certification. And during instruction, that is what we have been doing right now. Is it not? Formative evaluation to provide feedback on the learning process and mastery of content. So that happens during instruction. And also diagnostic evaluation, it helps to diagnose what problem really that particular learner has in learning the content. That is called as diagnostic evaluation. As we diagnose an illness, like this is typhoid or malaria or like that, this learning problem you have. So that is called as diagnostic evaluation. This also happens during evaluation. And before instruction is placement, to know about the entry level. We have discussed about the level, is it not? Mastery level.
Someone please mute some. I can't hear. Please mute yourself.
Madam, please, madam. It's affecting the session, ma'am. Please mute yourself. Yeah. Ma'am. Okay. So, placement evaluation is to know about the entry behavior. Like whether I am in the beginning stage or in the second. Madam, please, madam, kindly mute yourself so that the classes will not be affected. Ma'am.
She needs training on how to use the learning aid.
Yes, any one of you are familiar with that, madam? Please kindly hint her to mute herself. I think now she has done. Okay. So this is placement evaluation to know about the entry behavior. I'm in the beginning stage or secondary stage or in the higher level of learning. So this is based on the phase of learning. Based on the phase of learning, our evaluation pattern will also change, right? And the things which are highlighted in yellow, like down, is the recent systems which we follow in evaluation and as well as the curriculum designing and the things, that is choice-based credit system. So under choice-based credit system only, students will have a few exams in the institutions, and they will also choose something on online platform like Swayam and all. And that particular certification also will be included here and all those things. And computer-based testing, which we all are familiar with or forced to write this NET examination and all those competitive examinations. and curriculum framework, curricular framework, curriculum and syllabus. So here you have to clearly demark between the curriculum and the syllabus. Okay, so here syllabus is like it is a boundary set. This is what you have to do, but curriculum is not like that. Syllabus, it will give you a guidance like what and all you have to do, but only curriculum give you experience to attain mastery over the syllabus, which is meant for the course or a program. So that is what we have been discussing. Like one sir has asked, like, madam, give an example for that heutagogy. Like syllabus, it is given like you have to do a mathematic thing, or you have to learn this experiment. Simply theoretical learning syllabus will only say like theory class this much, practical class this much. But what type of experience you gain, that your curriculum has to guide, like this many number of theory hours and this many number of practical hours will make you skillful in performing that experiment. So that clear demarcation has to be there, and you have to understand the difference between syllabus and the curriculum. These are the latest trends which we follow, like grading, that too, relative grading, and all are the recent innovations which we follow in the evaluation system. And this is your practice question. So in norm reference testing, student is placed. In criterion reference testing, how proficient the student is. Yes. Okay. Any other option?
Option 1.
Okay. This time you all are right. That is why I didn't discuss about norm reference and criterion reference during the previous slide. If I have discussed about that, then that would have been a clue for this question. So norm referenced simply places a student. You hold this particular place or rank. But criterion referenced only tells us the level of proficiency. So option A is right. Okay. So this is the final practice question. Which of the following is indicative of innovation in the evaluation system at present?
Choice-based credit system.
Yes, very good. So present semester from the inception of the higher education and all those things, it has been followed over years, and the project not fully we are following, objective based also, but now as of now currently we are following choice based credit system. Okay, good, fine. So these are the I hope this presentation will be shared to you. So important days of education. So if any such questions happen to appear in your question paper, please do remember based on the month. Related to, these are the important days related to education, right? So these are my reference materials, and thank you so much for your patient listening. Hope at least a bit I would have contributed for your UGC NET exam preparation. And I wish each one of you all the best, and to score very high.
Thank you.
And whoever has applied for JRF, I wish them to get through with flying colors. All the best to each one of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Excellent delivery, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, once again, can you show me the starting 3 slides, ma'am? I just missed the session.
Yeah, first 3 slides.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Excellent session, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Nice to hear from you, ma'am. At least in one or other way, if I am contributive thing to for clearing your net, I will be really very happy.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, ma'am. Next slide, please.
Yeah, this question also
Can you share this PPT, ma'am?
Yeah, actually, that will be shared, sir. I think Rajkumar sir will be sharing with you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
I will send it to sir. Definitely, sir will be sharing you this.
Next slide, ma'am, please. Next, please. Yeah, next, ma'am, please.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I've been joined from here. Thank you so much.
Okay, fine. Sir? Rajkumar sir?
Ma'am?
Sir?
Ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am. It's a really wonderful session, ma'am. Participants also eagerly participated and interacted and clarified a lot of questions from your insights, ma'am. So on behalf of Organ Thinking, we thank you, ma'am.
No issue, sir. I'm very much happy to be part of your service that is being all the net aspirants. Thank you so much. I will share my PPT.
Okay, ma'am.
Sir,
Okay.
can I share it in the
Then I will sure, ma'am. Definitely.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.